piece hot. That's about 2,000 degrees there. I'm going to start by putting a point on the leaf first. And then I'll round it up. Then I'm going to isolate the material I need. This will end up being the stem of the leaf. Round it up. And we're going to take another heat. So essentially I made the point of the leaf, isolated off the piece of the material. Now we'll flatten it out, spread it out. As long as the steel is good and hot, it's just like cookies coming out of the oven. They're nice and soft. Ooey gooey. I'm pretty sure that's a word, ooey gooey, isn't it? As long as the steel is hot, I can manipulate it without interrupting the structural grain structure of the steel. And by using the round face of the hammer, I can hit on each side of the leaf, and we still leave that center vein in there. But that's kind of dull, so we're going to put some extra veins in there. Same way with the rounding hammer. When I was using the round face, getting the vein down the middle, I was only using the face of the hammer to shape the material. Part of being a good blacksmith is never knowing where your tools are at too, so it's all part of the deal. So by using that round face, I was able to shape that face, and now I'm going to use that shape to shape the vein. So on where I hit the leaf. So there is supposed to be a little control here. I do know. I don't just make it. And the beauty of it doing it this way is I can't get the same leaf twice. Like in Taiwan, they got the little sweatshops and the little kids in there. And the beings, we can't afford the good stuff in life. Essentially, you can see the veins in the leaf now. When you're putting them in with that hammer. You can come closer. I won't burn you unless you really want me to. I do branding. I say tattoos are for wussies. I do branding. I would do it brand too, but I know how bad it's going to hurt, so I'm too big of a puss. What can I say? I've been burnt enough times. I don't shoot throats. I guarantee you. Them aren't track marks.
Well, it's like with my welder. That thing spits metal out, and I don't need to worry about, cutting myself or anything. I get burnt all the time. I had a friend that kept asking me if I cut myself. I said, no, I don't need to do that. I just get burnt a lot.
So the next thing I'll demonstrate is the hardy cutoff. So essentially it's a hardy cutoff because it goes in the hardy hole of the anvil. It wasn't some guy named Hardy that built it. John Hardy was a cop, I believe, on what was the name of that movie? John Hardy played in it. That doesn't matter. Essentially, I don't want to cut this all the way off. For one, I don't want to hit the Hardy tool with my hammer because it'll nick the hammer and all on my tool. And plus that, if that flies off and lands in her sandals there, you all seen the potty dance before. She do the fire dance. That's a lot higher step, a lot more fun. And it smells a lot funkier too. Unless if they actually do wet their pants. Find a bottom on that ball for me.
Bottom?
Yeah, the bottom. I have a lot of fun with that ball. That ball is a ball.
That was a pretty good one.
We definitely have to get that one on too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next demo, or the next thing I'll demonstrate, is the drawing out process. You notice how long that is now? We're up to about the center of the head of the hammer. In the drawing out process, it allows us to do things. It's one of the basics of blacksmithing. Drawing out, it allows us to take a railroad spike. I'm sure you all know what a railroad spike is, right?
Yeah.
But we're able to take a railroad spike and draw it out. So that guy started out like that.
Really?
So in the process that I'm about to show you, it's the same concept, just a lot more repeated steps to be able to draw a railroad spike out from that to that.
Here, just put that on YouTube.
Every ball has a bottom.
Okay.
See what I mean? That ball is a ball. Okay. Back to business now. Kids nowadays. Anyway. How hot does the fire get? Ooh. You pay attention. And this steel will burn up at about 2,500, so I have to watch. I'm watching the steel in the fire, and once it reaches the same color as the fire, I know I'm right in the neighborhood about 20 or 2,000 degrees there. Get it back to square. Now, in that one heat process there that I did, we went from about the center of the hammer to almost to the length of the hammer. So all this material, I want you to keep in mind, all came off of this bar stock. So it's like clay. It's just a little bit hotter, though. I'm working with Play-Doh.
A little bit hotter Play-Doh.
A little bit hotter, yeah. If you could, and you were tough enough, you could get down here and do what I'm doing with the tools by hand. The steel is that soft. If I could keep the oxygen off it at one point in time, this would be liquid. But in this environment, we can't do it without getting oxygen on it. Once you put the oxygen with the steel, it'll actually burn. That's how a cutting torch works. Cutting torch is cut with oxygen and acetylene, or oxygen and propane. The propane or the acetylene is just there for the preheat. Once you get the steel up to that temperature, you have the oxygen. It's actually the steel itself that's making the fire. That burns and it does the cutting of the metal. So we kind of draw it out the length that we want. I'll put it up on the diamond, take off the diamond, take it to octagon, from octagon into round. Hey, we're in rhythm. Listen to this. We're working together now, babe! Okay, I did not work out the very tip of that, because if I do, when I'm heating up, I get the heat in the rest of the stem, I end up burning the tip off because it's very small material. So we'll just finish off the tip now. I like a nice sharp tip on there. Round her up the rest of the way. You're kind of liking the way the stem or the point looks now. I'll do the rest of the decorative twisting on here now, finish her up. I think I'm going to bring this over the center of the leaf. I think we can get away with that. Okay. We want curlicue or we want a kinky stem? Curlicue or stinky? Kinky. You dumbass. We'll wire brush that up now, clean it up, and wax it.
Should be pretty easy to wax because it's small enough.
I know, but I don't like that big eye on there. I don't know, it's just too big. The curlicue is too big. I don't know. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So it's...
Just put a little gem inside of it, you know, one of those fake little plastic ones.
Oh my god.
Hey, it seems like people do that nowadays.
Yeah, I know. People do, but I'm not people. I'm an animal. I don't claim to be a human. Huh?
Well, humans...
Hell, they don't.
My dog opens up bottles and she'll drink out of the bottles.
That little dog over there loves margaritas. Don't tell the way. She loves margaritas. This is what I call the painting process. Actually, it's a welding process. In the welding field, this would be a bronze welding, which essentially the steel is hot enough to melt the bronze, so it's staying on the leaf, which gives it a nice color.
Very nice.
And this here is probably about the most dangerous heat in the blacksmith shop, because this is what we call a black heat. It doesn't look hot, so your brain can't tell you, hey, that's hot, until you touch it and let the smoke out of your fingers. But as you can see, we put it in the wax. It melts the wax very easily yet.
It's kind of hard to see in my camera.
I was going to say, you can't see that in there anyway.
Oh well.
Essentially, it's still hot enough to easily melt the wax.
Beeswax.
So you girls didn't know, you have
Yep.
a hand around it or what?
Works pretty good.
Did you learn anything?